Mic check. Okay, there we go. For some reason the microphone didn't want to work. We should be nice, ready and good to go. Honestly, kind of cutting it close to the end, but the Uratan fight took a lot out of me. And I'm still trying to get back to a normal sleeping schedule. Hey Desert, welcome, how have things been going? When it comes to the collab, I think I left this at the first chapter. Honestly, not a fan of the way that they just section this. But yeah, there should be plenty here. Should be possible to just burst through it all in just one sitting. Yes, boy oh boy, have I been looking forward to this one. Can scorpions really be eaten? If only we couldn't find other ingredients. Anything but scorpions would be fine. She does not want to eat the bugs. Slowly grinding mats for Siete swords. I think I've got 5 or 6 of the damn things, but I need to bring them up to MK2, which is going to take a while. If anything, the one thing that worries me the most for the upcoming grind is going to be the fact that I got to get both evokers to 5 stars. Estariola don't think he needs the 4th skill, but for how bad things are going, it's very likely that the Nightmare 250s may end up requiring Katselia for the Chagetek setups. Aren't those walking mushrooms? How did they even get here? They probably wander with us. Could we catch them? Marcel mentioned she's eaten walking mushrooms before, so I'm a bit curious too. Oh, they're not the only ones that got isekai'd. Granting for the Fazero bullet, currently 100 feathers. Finally do all L for Fazero. Oh, nice, congrats. Honestly, the bullet grind is scary as hell. But without the water gun, I don't even know what to put those things on. You want to eat that? I think regular mushrooms taste better though. Yeah, you're going to have to find regular mushrooms. But rather than eating other monsters, it's better to stick with something we've tried before. Defeat the scorpions first, then we can catch the walking mushrooms. Nidia. And Nidia got distracted. Okay, we're still just level 30. We still only have these random skills. And Mushroom only have 10k HP as well. Can't even hit any. I wanted to unlock the Origin Fighter as well. I've seen the passives, that looks like a really cool class. It's just that I really don't like those books. I should have most setups ready, because I did try to farm those mats back when the raids were first released. Oh nice, she hits up to down here. But since I'm just getting back to a decent sleeping schedule, I want to take it a little bit easy first. Be done with Convallaria, and we get back to the Grand Blue grind. Not to mention, we've had the new chapter for Arknights that was absolutely insane. I still have to do the challenge modes, but those seem a little bit difficult. And we have the Arknights and Limbus Company collab on the 25th. I've re-downloaded Limbus just to try it out, and honestly, I'm having a little bit of a hard time just wrapping my head around the Limbus company combat. Because they have a convenient button that helps you win clashes, but I have my doubts that clicking that button is the best way to go about things. Guild War is after the Eva collab. I really don't want to pull for hyper niche characters like Crollo again. Oh, right, that too. God, I completely forgot the collab. I don't know, we're bound to get some free pulls. That's something at least. But I do get the feeling that we're going to have one male character as the free one, while they're going to lock both Rei and Asuka into the gacha. Alright, they don't have a shield. They need to get the shield before I can teleport them. It's like, when it comes to Limbus, I've tried it back when Season 2 was a thing. And once more around Season 5. Units-wise, kind of strapped, but I still got a little bit lucky. I have the grippers at least. Great, we've caught all the walking mushrooms. I've collected so many scorpions too. Dinner is sorted. But we'll cross the Limbus bridge once we get there, on the 25th, or 26th, depending on when they patch the game. But yeah, Arknights really chose one hell of a world to collab with. Oh god, 700 pulls for the Arknights collab? Jesus! How long have you been saving for? Because I re-downloaded the game like a couple of days ago. Managed to get a few mats for the most recent event, even though I can't even play the most recent event. And there was like 20 pulls in that shop. That sounds like a lot already. The one thing I'm really afraid of is the fact that story-wise I'm at like 420 something, and the most recent event requires the ending of chapter 8 in order to be unlocked. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that the Arknights collab will not require any story completion, or if anything just like the first couple of chapters or something. Because otherwise it might take a while to unlock. It's like Limbus story chapters feel really heavy. And what's a cook like you doing down here? Countless shattered dimension fragments float across the Sea of Chaos. Perhaps this dungeon itself is composed of dimensional shards from Iria. But if they're talking about king fairies, this must be 20 to 40 years before current story.
お願いです。ほんの少しで結構ですから分けていただけませんか。
Shouldn't be. Intervallo is story-gated because it spoiled the ending. Again, I'm really hoping for it. I'm still trying to do a little bit of progress, but I think I'm a little bit level-gated at this point. Some of the fights I've been against have been kind of difficult, and I even managed to lose some. Which for the main story doesn't really bode too well.
代わりと言ってはなんですが、これを差し上げましょう。
A bag of old coins. What's this?
多くはありませんが、私の全財産です。戦友たちのお金も入っています。私がレストランの開業資金を貯金していると聞いて、皆が寄付してくれたんです。
It's all small change. Showing it once wasn't easy to save.
あいつら自身ろくな暮らしをしていないのに。
Can we even bring this stuff
私を助けよう
back?
だなんてしょうがない奴らです。そんな彼らに恩返ししたかったのですが、何もできませんで。だからせめて腹いっぱい食わせてやりたいんです。おじさ
I'm sorry, I can't take your money, and I don't have the ratios either. He's got to feed an army though. But we're about to cook some scorpion dishes. If you're interested, why not join us? The plains are full of scorpions. Learn this dish and you'll never go hungry.
本当ですか？ありがとうございます。
They're pushing eating the bugs on the entire army like this. You should borrow Mal Faust for the story fight. She is overtuned. They want to nerf her, but there's massive backlash. Oh yeah, when it comes to gacha games and nerfing units, that's always the case. Especially after a character has been released. Because people see how strong she is, they start spending a ton of money to get her. And of course, nerfing that unit should come with at least some form of reimbursement. I think I've seen something like this done properly back in Epic 7. When they nerf a unit, they give you back all the materials that you invested into them. And they also give you like some extra tickets to pick up something else for free. I think Senshi initially...
それでも彼を助けると。だが、お前ならきっとそうすると思った。何も不思議ではない。
We might not be able to change history, but at least we've helped him for now.
ああ、その通りだ。
あの時戦士はどうやってたっけ。まずハサミと頭を切り落とすでしょ。それから足を切って、そうそう、尻尾は食当たりするんだった。これも切り落として。
おお、なるほど、勉強になります。
それから身には切れ込みを入れると味が染み込みやすくなる。そういえば戦士って横に切ってた？それとも縦？思い出せない。
I mean, when the scorpions are this big, there's really no difference between these and giant crabs now, is there?
わかった。
大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫。よし、あとは鍋に入れるだけだよね。歩きキノコは確か縦に切るのがいいってライオスが言ってたっけ。全部鍋に入れる？歩きキノコは毒がないから体全体食べられるはずだけど。余計なことはしていないから大丈夫なはず。見た目もちゃんと食べられそうだし。
Burnt all the books on the class champion weapons, need to refarm them for Origin Fighter. Oh god, how bad are the drop rates? Because I've seen the requirement, it's like 25 books. But it shouldn't be that bad to collect them back.
Yoshi, 完成!
25, 10 normal books for 1 gold. Okay, and you get 1 to 2 or 1 to 3 per run.
何これ、なんかちょっと苦いし、キノコのスライスは噛み切れない。内臓も簡単に取っておく。
They even had special animations for these. That's cute.
歩きキノコは尻と表面3センチメートル分捨てる。あー、しまった。今になって思い出した。完全に失敗しちゃったんじゃないのこれ。待ってバリー、飲んじゃダメ。どうしたの？とっても美味しいよ。
Does Falin not have taste buds?
でも苦くない？硬すぎない？すっごく美味しいよ。マルシル、ありがとう。一日中歩き回ってたから熱いスープを飲むと生き返るみたいだね。
Or is it just Marcel that has a bit of a screwed up taste?
おかわり。
みんなのために一生懸命作っていただいた料理です。
ありがとうございます。おかげでいい勉強になりました。
私もスープお願い。今度は絶対にもっと美味しい水炊きを食べさせてあげるから。
その気持ちだけでお腹も心もいっぱいですよ。
Oh yeah, by the way, how are the runs going? Like, has the community been driven into a frenzy to the point where the raids are basically unjoinable? Or do they at least still clear at a decent pace? Because, not gonna lie, I tried farming for the class champion weapons when the raids were first released, but eventually I kind of gave up, because it was a bit too difficult to get into them. Not to mention, I hate the multiple pit stops, because you waste way too many turns in which you can't deal damage. We finally reached level 3 of the dungeon. Is this a city? A new dimensional shard again. Looking at the streets, it looks like we've run city. But there's rundown houses on fire, kinda. Don't you feel like it's getting a bit cold? And ghosts. Oh, these are new. First time seeing a living ghost. Is that really the right way to put it? Let's find a way to drive the ghosts away.
心配いりません。お任せを。
Again, new enemies. The flags, they buff. 20% damage, 20% damage reduction, and heal on destruction. So the flags have got to go, likely all 3.
ご指示をお待ちしております。そこまでです。
何でも言って。
And they take barely any damage. That is not ideal.
ご飯だよ。
すまない。
Yo, hey Invictus, welcome, how are things going? Also, Gold Rush Frenzy. Then, yeah, I might want to wait a few days before getting back into the Mets grind.
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。
Okay, stand by to generate stacks of
大
mana.
丈夫。私がいるから。
And now she can start applying shields.
はい。これで大丈夫。
すまない。
Did you pull Sylvia? I did not. I tossed a tenner for good luck, but Sylvia didn't come home. She does look like a pretty decent unit, but mostly for charge attack setups,
一戦。
which means she's very, very slow. Not to mention, she also wants other allies that can do multiple charge attacks on a single turn, so that's going to be death by lockout, basically. Seeing first Samantha, I did try a few pulls here and there, managed to get lucky, got both the collab units, but I need to farm pulls back for SP Samantha, because she's going to take 70 to 75 as well. Alright, this is targeted. Down here then.
私の魔術すごい
She has the same problem as Atum, way too slow for HL nowadays. The passives though. I really like the passives that she brings.
はいこれで大丈夫。ありがとう。
As for the slow fire level, basically you pair her up with 5-star Hase and a +1. Okay, let's get rid of this one first.
一戦。やらなく
At
ても
least
ならないんで
these
す。
fall.
でもってくらえ。腹が減っては一生できぬってね。
感謝します。
Yeah, that's good.
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。全力で行く。大丈夫。すごい
And
私がい
also,
るから。
what star level are they giving visas to us? Because she already has the enhanced bars too, so she's at least 3 stars. 8% magic attack, 4 stars, 4 stacks. I think she might actually be 5-star. As for you, 15% increase in magic attack and HP. Yeah, I think she's 5 stars. Stacks of full mana at battle start.
心配いりません。
Now, it's nice that we can try them out, but sadly it also takes a very, very long time to actually get them to that point.
了解です団長。
目標の確認を。邪魔だ。
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。
Yeah, these guys can charge, but we
大丈
have
夫。
fat enough shields, they're not touching us.
はいこれで大丈夫。なんだか頑張れそう。ありがとう。
心配いりません。お任せを。一戦。
なんでも言って。
No, you have to buff Marcel as well.
なんだか頑張れそう。ありがとう。
倒れ
目標の確認を。
Okay, 23k in the face is maybe a bit too much. Jesus.
邪魔だ。次。
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。
At least they keep coming on this side, so we can just go back and heal.
大丈夫。私がいるから。はい。これで大丈夫。ありがとう。
私がいます。一戦有効な戦術です。
目標の確認を。
Okay, banner first.
そこどいて。
And now
私
there's
が
only
ま
one
と
of
めて
them
片
left.
付けてあげる。大丈夫。私がいるから。
心配いりません。お任せを。そこまでです。
何でも言って。了解です。
目標の確認を。
And there we go. I like that her shields stack. That's actually quite crazy. Unfortunately, all my goods were knocked over. Wait, it's you folks again? Oh, it's the cook. Again. What's with the ghosts, though? The ghosts have weakened. Now is our chance to deliver the final blow. Alin?
そこをどけ。
ごめんなさい。でも傷つけさせるわけにはいかないの。この幽霊たちは意識のない化け物じゃない。
ファーリン、気持ちはわかりますが、先ほど彼らは人間を襲ったのですよ。放っておけば次は他の人を襲うかもしれません。
そんなことない。彼らには何か理由があったから。
理由？そもそも幽霊とは人間を襲うものではないですかね。ほら、おかげで荷物が全部壊されてしまいました。この氷、黒麦ジュースを冷やすため苦労して運んできたのに、皆無駄になってしまった。あなた方がいなかったら、おそらく私も殺されていたでしょう。すみませんね、ファリンさん。でも、あなたのやっていることには同意しかねます。
Alin isn't exactly the naive type now, is she?
でもちょっと待って。ファリンにも何か考えがあるんだよ。そうでしょ？
Yeah, but if she has an argument, now it's the perfect time to bring it forward.
マルシル。大丈夫、ハリー。焦らないで、ゆっくりみんなに説明して。すみません。この辺に新しいレストランができたりしませんでしたか？
ええ、今日は私のレストランの開店日なんです。それで黒麦ジュースを冷やそうと。しかし、なぜ知っているんです？
幽霊たちが教えてくれたんです。実はこの幽霊たち、生前は外食好きでかなりのグルメだったみたいで。
Just as a pure coincidence.
美味しい料理への未練が捨てられず、ここに囚われているって。今日新しいレストランが開店するって聞いて、どうしても食べてみたかったんだって。驚かせて申し訳ないって言ってる。
なんと、そういうことだったんですか。
もう二度とお店には近づかないって誓ったから、安心してください。ただ、損失の方は弁償できないって。
まあ氷くらいなら大したことはありません。もう怒っていませんよとそうお伝えください。でもこれからは店に近づかないようにしてもらえると助かります。
Which might be a little bit difficult, just trying to keep them away. Seems the matter is resolved, so no need to harm the ghosts, right?
ありがとう。
そうだ、氷を作る方法を思い出した。幽霊の体って凍えるほど冷えてるの覚えてる？
Oh god, they're going to put the ghosts to work.
そうなの？じゃあ水を桶に入れて幽霊の体を通せば氷が作れるんじゃない？
From gourmets to ice machines. Truly a fate worse than death.
幽霊で氷を作るって？そんなことできるんですか？
あれ？幽霊たち反対してないみたい。じゃあ試してみよう。
It's ready. Rye beer with ice blocks frozen by ghosts. Give it a try. Is it really safe to consume something that's been in contact with ghosts? Unless they leave residue behind, which... not sure if they should, being incorporeal and all. Since it's for customers to be safe, I should taste it first. The rich flavor of rye beer, the refreshing touch, I can feel the earnest desire to serve good food. As fellow food enthusiasts, they're welcome at my restaurant from now on. Now that he can use them, what a bastard. I can't believe I just agreed to let ghosts into my shop. Seems like anything becomes less scary if you can cook it deliciously. Ask the ghosts about everyone's whereabouts. They say they're in the deeper part of the dungeon. And let's continue exploring. Take this provision with you. I wish you all the best. And yeah, that was the last one. So cooking recipes, we should have unlocked a couple new recipes. One for scorpions and one for rye beer. But we do not have the materials just yet. Still, this should be mostly for the farming stages. Yeah, level 2 for the ingredient gathering, which we'll go through a little bit later, because first thing first, I want to just finish the story. And at least for this story, it looks like we finally get some standardized characters. So these stats are actually not all that important. We finally reached level 4 of the dungeon. This must be the deepest part. That means the ship's lair should be nearby too. But our food supplies are running low. As always. Don't worry, look at this vast forest, we'll surely find plenty to eat. Hand over your money and your food too, make it quick. You robbing us? This is a crime. They're deserters, as if they care. Waveran City is in chaos, who's going to care about you? Hurry up and hand over your money. As a soldier, aren't you ashamed pointing your weapon at civilians? You dare stand up to us, a mere cook? Brothers, get him. One cook might not be enough, but what about all of us? With Marseille's AoEs especially. Yeah, I think it should be fine. We break the barricades, take care of these guys with Marseille and Felin. Everyone else comes down here first.
何でも言ってご飯だよ
すまない。
腹が減っては戦はできるってね
感謝します。
邪魔だ。
そこどいて。私がま
Mostly
とめ
because
て
these are
片
now
付けてあ
nice
げる。
and close. Almost a full one shot.
全力で行く。おらおら。大丈夫。私がいるから。
And yeah, no real need to come onto this one anymore. Let's just go back and start buffing shields.
はい。これで大丈夫。
すまない。
Alright, speaking of, they let us try these at 5 stars. They're not ranked 13, so they do not have the extra skill. Which for Felin is honestly a little bit of a shame, since hers also buffs crit rate. As well as extra healing when the shields get destroyed.
目標の確認を。死ぬのに。次。
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。大丈夫。私がいるから。
No, she's not shielded.
心配いりません。お任せを。
何でも言って
What the hell?
心配いりません。お任せを。
She deals so much damage she destroys the boulder rather than pushing it. Are you for real right now? I also don't want her to take too much damage, so...
仰せのままに。
何でも言ってご飯だよ
すまない。目標の確認を。ああ。
腹が減っては戦はできる
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。大丈夫。私がいるから。
心配いりません。お任せを。そこまでです。 やらなくてはならないんです。
オッケー。腹が減っては戦はできぬ。
感謝します。
腹が減っては戦はでき
Be right back a second. Alright, back. All the days in the week, all the hours of the day, the neighbor had decided that today was the day they had to mow their lawn. And we are still one tile off.
死ぬのに次。
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。
すまない。
大丈夫。私がいるから。
Okay, this one still reaches nice.
はい、これで大丈夫。ありがと
う。心配いりません。お任せを。
Should be able to tank it, no problem.
一戦。ご安心を。
怒ったぞ。
私がついています。
止めるなよ。
目標の確認を。
But yeah, these civilians are nice and shielded. It should be no problem for them to go to the escape route.
腹が減っては戦
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。全力で行く。私の魔術すごいでしょ。
腹が減っては戦
大丈夫。
はできぬ。
私がいるから。わかった。
Now the big question is whether just one of them reaching the escape point is enough,
そこまでです。
or if it has to be everyone,
やらなくてはならないんです。
or if it was enough to just clear the map. Nice. But isn't Waverun City prosperous? Why are there so many refugees outside the city? I'm afraid this dimensional shard is from when Waverun City was in turmoil. Ah, the Waverun City tragedy. Not to mention, Waverun City has been in turmoil for a very long time. Before the tragedy that Asia experienced, that was also the War of Independence for Iria. That night, Waverun City was engulfed in flames, and many people lost everything important to them. It's alright, I'm fine. What will happen to these people? Waverun City is their home, but now they can't return. Let's escort them to safety first. Yes, depending on the route they take, they're going either to the mines after they're liberated, Or they're just going to have to camp until the army takes back Waverun City. Should be safe here. Thank you so much. I heard you're short on food. I have some left. Please take it. Been a huge help. Thank you. More recipes. Let's rest here tonight. I'll go scout the area. If you're going into the forest, could you help me find something? The refugees had to leave many things in the forest. Could you check if there's a cake mold? I shouldn't trouble you. Family lost everything while escaping. Today it's her birthday and I would like to bake her a cake. Any round metal container will do. Thank you so much. If only Senshi was here with us, cause bro does have a metal round container. Even if it looks a little bit more like a wok. Oh, we have the challenge stages as well. Cool, but we're running out of energy already. Should be... I should have the logins. It's one login at least. Wait, no Nidia? There are many items scattered around. Let's split up and search for anything that could be used as a cake mold. A round metal container should work. Oh god, that only made them angrier. There are more and more wolves. What should we do? Don't engage in the pack too much. Find the target item and retreat immediately. Okay, what's the... 48,000 HP, 24k attack, but we are at 59k ourselves. We'll see how many of them spawn. But if you can just one-shot them like this, they really should not be a problem. Only found some worn-out coins. I saw a metallic reflection from afar and thought it might be the cookware we're looking for. Smell of blood is stronger now. Felin, I have a bad feeling about this. No, stick close to your tank. Okay, they just keep spawning, but if they're this small in number. Found the pot, but there's a big hole in the bottom as if pierced by a weapon. Dark stain next to it are probably blood. Seems like many people lived here, but who would do such a thing? Why? Well, war is war, and a mercenary camp poses as much a danger as anything else. What is unusable? Let's look elsewhere. So she has to clear those back here. Couple of tiles of extra movement. Ah, no, I think we can send her back.
やらなくてはならないんです。
Palin should have enough movement speed to reach the new location.
なんだか頑張れそう。
腹が減っては戦はできぬ。
感謝します。
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。全力で行く。大丈夫。私がいるから。
心配いりません。お任せを。
何でも言って。
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。
Third time's the charm. Is this a helmet for soldiers? This shape and size, it might meet the cook's requirements. Come to think of it, I've eaten food cooked with a living armor before. Oh, that's strong. That's powerful. Using an entire living armor as a cooking utensil.
ありがとうございます。この鎧の形はぴったりです。これならいいケーキが焼けますよ。自慢ではありませんが、ここ数年で料理の腕がかなり上達しましてね。おかげさまでうちのレストランはウェーブランタイムズのグルメランキングにもランクインしまして、お客さんが絶えず忙しい毎日を送ってきました。
す
ごいでしょう。
But wasn't Waveran City in turmoil?
では、ありがたくお借りします。
けれどこの鎧は相当汚れていますし、泥だけでなく血も。
Is bro actually lying to us?
ケーキ型にするのはどうかと思います。やはり別の手段を考えるべきでは。
We searched all the woodland areas nearby. This is the only element we could find. Maybe we could clean it and use it?
いいえ、それでもこれをケーキ型にするのははばかられます。
アイサ、どうしたの？
率直に申しますと、これはあの強盗の鎧なのです。あるいはもしかしたら難民たちの家族や友人を殺した張本人のものかもしれません。敵の鎧でケーキを作るのはどう考えても。
アイサ、
気持ちはわかるよ。だけど罪を犯したのはあの強盗たちで、道具自体には善も悪もないはずだよ。料理を作る包丁だって人を傷つけられるし、善か悪かは全て道具の使い方次第。
善か悪かは全て使い方次第と。なるほど、確かにそうですね。
Honestly, I would still be more worried about the hygiene part of it all, though.
礼を申します。おかげで気づくことができました。実は数日前にウェーブランを逃げ出してから火というものが少々怖くなりましてね。お笑い草ですよ、火が怖い料理人なんて。ですがあの暴動の夜の惨状が忘れられないのです。街が一面の火の海になって、大通りに沿って 火が私のレストランを飲み込んでいくのをただただ見つめるしかありませんでした。肉が焦げる匂いもしました。厨房で何度も嗅いだものですが、
Except this time it wasn't pork that was burning.
炎の中にいたのは苦しんでいる隣人でした。いつ何時でも調理を手伝ってくれた炎、友人と私の心までも飲み込んでしまった。
そんな悲しすぎます。
おじさん。
いえ、あなたの言う通りなのです。道具自体に善悪はない。炎の前に戻らなければなりません。皆、私の作る食事を待っています。
でもレストランはもう苦労してやっと開いたお店なのに。
レストランはなくなりましたが、皆さんに食事を作ることはできるでしょう。美味しい料理で皆を笑顔にする、それが私の料理人としての本懐。あなたが言うように、鎧は悪事を手伝う武具になります。しかし使い方が変われば、美味しい料理を調理する器具にもなれる。アイサさん、これは大事に使わせてもらいますよ。
ええ、わかりました。
ではこのケーキであの女の子を笑顔にしてみせましょう。ケーキが出来上がるまで今しばらく時間がかかります。先に休んでいてください。
Armor cake as a new recipe as well. And yeah, the helmets drop from D level 4. But again, we'll get these a little bit later. I hope the little girl likes the cook's cake. It's his only wish now. Why would someone do this? Why burn down the city where everyone lived? This is outrageous. And that was also just a false flag attack. If war doesn't stop, such violence will continue. However, peace is not easily achieved. Sorry for being so stubborn earlier, war has ruined many lives. Help, a monster? What's the matter? Just go take a look. Oh, the nightmare sheep, finally! And of course the cook is in danger again. Need more delicious recipe? Wait, did he transform? Was the cook the sheep all the whole time? Just now, the little girl took a bite of the cake and started crying. She cried that she didn't want the cake, she just wanted her parents back. Can't really blame a little girl. Then the cook transformed into a monster and kept muttering strange things. It should have brought smiles. Must be not delicious enough. Need more delicious recipe. Yeah, that might not have been the case though. Be careful, he's lost his mind. And of course, we must be surrounded by
心配いり
enemies.
ません。お任せを。
So, what do you do? 300,000 HP, only level 45. Magic damage on tile, 75% AoE damage to all enemies within 2 tiles plus Scorch, small AoE. When hit by an active attack, 20% damage reduction. Prepares for 1 turn, selects 1 location within a cross-shaped range of the character, charges to that location, 200% damage to all enemies in a 5x6 in the target direction. After casting, the character becomes stunned until the end of the turn. Okay, 1 turn preparation should be enough for us to get the hell out of dodge, and 3 turn cooldown should be enough time for us to actually deal some damage. Hopefully.
そこまでです。
何でも言ってご飯だよ
ありがとう。
倒れはしません。
腹が減ってはいくらできるってね
なんだか頑張れそう。ありがとう。
目標の確認を。
Is it me or are the monsters actually starting to hurt a bit too much now?
邪魔だ。次。
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。
No, just this
大
one.
丈夫。私がいるから。
One tile back is fine.
はい。これで大丈夫。
感謝します。一戦やらなくてはならないんです。
なめるなよ腹が減ってはいくそう
目標の確認を。
I think we should be fine if we stick all around Felin as well. She does have the AoE damage reduction
そこ
passive.
どいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。全力で行く。私大丈夫。すごいでしょ。私がいるから。
With the extra reduction for anyone with a shield.
これで大丈夫。なんだか頑張れそう。ありがとう。
心配いりません。
Okay, there's the preparation. Let's get the hell out of here.
何でもして了解です団長
目標の確認を。ああ。
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。大丈夫。私がいるから。
心配いりません。
Jesus.
お任せを。
I strongly doubt that he can be pushed.
そこまでです。
何でも言って
So we go for damage instead.
くらえ腹が減ってはいくそうできるってね
感謝します。
死ぬのに。
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。大丈夫。
Save the AoE for once this... Yeah, no, she doesn't have the movement to reach down here.
はい。これで大丈夫。ありがとう。
Next turn though.
心配いりません。お任せを。一戦。
何でも言って腹が減ってはいくそうできるってね
感謝します。
目標の確認を。
Okay, this one we might miss, but it doesn't really matter. All on the goat first.
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。
Okay, no, this hits everyone.
全力で行く。大丈夫。
Almost a full clear. Jesus Christ, this AoE.
はい。これで大丈夫。なんだか頑張れそう。ありがとう。
心配いりません。お任せを。
And yeah, he doesn't get to charge a second time. Good, we've got it under control. Or do you? can't move my body, can't cast any spells. Oh, come on, we won that fight. I hate scripted losses like this. But would you look at that? There's even Laios here. But I guess we're missing Chilok.
よかった。やっと目が覚めたね。
Because this has to be the Satyr's Den. Mitha? Right, the ship attacked us right now. It might still be nearby.
何はともあれ、まずは飯だ。
Huh? The situation is dangerous. We must be careful of that monster.
カレーがちょうどいい具合に煮えた。うまいさ。ワンを持ってきてくれんか。
Not to mention, this is the first time that we see a dwarf. Excuse me, who are you?
戦士？
Senshi, is that Marcille's companion who's skilled in cooking? And that's Chilok too.
おいおい、早く逃げろって言っただろ。なんでこんなとこまで来てんだよ。危ねえのに。
Again, it's a bit weird that they have sprites, but they decided not to make them playable.
チルチャック、よかった、無事で。ライオスは？
話せっての苦しい。あいつならファリンの世話してるよ。
ごめん兄さん、みんなのこと守れなくて。もしもあの時。
そんなことないさ。それにちゃんと仲間を見つけてここまで助けに来てくれたじゃないか。
And of course she has to be hungry.
腹が減っただろう。さあ、みんなで食べよ
う。But what about the sheep?
腹が減っては戦はできぬってね。まずはしっかり食べないと。ほら、遠慮しない。
Alright, but if we all stop to eat, we're going to lower our guards. If the ship comes back to attack, they're just going to find us eating. Also, what do you guys think? Are we going to see a second DUNMESHI collab next year, where they're going to make these two playable and possibly add a few more teammates from the adventuring group? Because as far as I know, there's a tomboy cat as well.
団長も食べてみませんか？私も料理を手伝ったんですよ。
But sadly, when it comes to collabs, it's always a little bit difficult to try and figure out if or when there's going to be a rerun or a part 2 of anything.
道中でダンジョンのごちそうをたくさん集めてきたようだな。この土地にもわしと同じように魔物食に興味を持つ者がいるとは。
俺はライオス。こっちが鍵師のチルチャックで、
Part 2
彼が
especially,
魔物食を研究している
is I think like Arcanites had 2 Rainbow Six collabs, but I can't really remember any other game that had multiple collabs with the same IP. Like, Grand Blue Fantasy might be an exception because the other IPs that had multiple collabs with Grand Blue Fantasy where Cygames owns IP, like the Idolmaster collabs and whatnot.
どうも。
スズランの剣の団長殿。
But video games collabs tend to be a one-time and done kind of deal.
ここ？あの魔物の巣ってところかな。事情はファリンから聞いた。このダンジョンは俺たちがいた世界とは異なる別の世界らしい。
別の世界？ひょっとしてもう帰れないってことか？
Still, it's weird that they gave them sprites as well as alternate sprites and some small animations. If they didn't ever plan to make them playable eventually.
巣ってことはあいつもこの近くにいるの？
ああ、大丈夫。ここにいれば向こうから冒険者を攻撃してくることはないから。
Not to mention, we kicked its ass one time, we can likely do it again.
本当に？どうして？
一番美味しいレシピを献上したら帰ってよしってあいつがそう約束したんだよ。
So it really is searching for a recipe.
まったくわしが学んできた料理の知恵をすべてつぎ込んだのだが、あやつを満足させる料理は作れなかった。面目ない。
I remember another Eden had multiple color events with Persona 5 and Tales of Games. So we have another case of some games surviving a Persona 5 collab,
一番美味しい料
not
理
to
なんて言い
mention
方が
bringing
曖昧す
them
ぎんだよ。
back.
東洋料理が食べたいとかじゃなきゃ西洋料理とか肉料理か野菜料理かも言わねえんだぜ。たくどうしろってんだよ。
But yeah, there's rumors that Convallaria is supposed to have another big collab with a world-class IP sometime near Christmas. And it should also be the first time we have an event going in conjunction with the Taiwan server. And if that's true, that's going to completely screw up the character release timeline. Because it's going to be exactly like what they've done for the DUNMESHI collab. Minimum 2 banners, so an entire month of characters that get skipped, or at least postponed.
難しいね。
ちょっと待った。一番美味しい料理が何なのか分かったかも。
本当か？料理が一番得意な戦士ですら失敗したってのに。
Let the elf talk. Let her finish.
私の推測が正しければこれは料理の腕前とは関係ない。みんな覚えてる？前にこのダンジョンがどうやってできたのかって話したことがあったよね。
イリアの時空のかけらでしたか。
だけどどの時空のかけらでもシェフのおじさんに会うなんていくらなんでも不自然でしょ。
確かに
そうだね。あのおじさんよく現れるね。
そこで私の推理はこう。このダンジョンは時空のかけらじゃなくてシェフのおじさんの記憶でできている。私たちが見たのはあの人の記憶の中のイリア。沼でさまよう子供、草原で戦友のために食料を探していた軍人、ウェーブランでお店を開いた料理人、そして戦争で全てを失ったあの人。
おお、それは意外だな。でも確かにそれなら話がまとまる。
でも彼の記憶とレシピが何か関係あるのでしょうか？
もちろん。もしあの魔物が本当にシェフのおじさん自身なら、その一番美味しいレシピってもう私たちが持ってるんだからね。
なるほど、なるほど。
What recipe is she talking about though?
料理の腕を磨くことに専念するあまり、わしは一番大事なことを見失っていたらしい。美味しさの基準は人それぞれなのだ。
そういうこと。食習慣の形成はその人の経歴の影響を受けているからね。私だって最初から魔物が美味しいなんて思ってなかったし、だけどみんなと一緒に食べていて分かったの。魔物だってこんなに美味しく調理できるんだってね。ここまで話せばもう分かったでしょ、団長さん。魔執事の無理難題を解決するにはどんな料理を出せばいいのかって。
I mean, I guess it has to do with nearby monsters, but how do we convince the ghost ship to eat with us? Seemed a little bit hostile last time we saw him.
その通り。団長さん、みんなの料理で決着をつけに行こ
う。料理の問題は料理で解決すべきだな。
I actually don't mind. It's just a few look sites and we're going to get them back anyway. Bro needs to chill though. The cook's sanity seems to have been consumed by his obsession with cuisine. Oh, the recipe. Everyone be careful. And that's the big AoE. The cuisine is ready, but there's no way to make him taste it in this state. We need to calm him down first.
すまない。
His movement have slowed down, now's our chance. Ache, child, no. That's trauma though. Doesn't seem to be this one. Let's try something else. Let's weaken his mobility first, then get him to eat the food. I've located all the traps, so don't step on them. Okay. Any chance we can use the traps for to interrupt the boss himself? Also, Meta, what the hell?
怒ったよ。私やりました。
No, I'm not charging on top of this one.
ご指示をお待ちしております。
ご飯だよ。
感謝します。
しっかり食事を
Okay,
とってい
charging
れば
already.
多少の怪我は何ということもない。
Oh, we do get Senshi as well.
完
Nice.
成じゃ。ありがとう。
目標の確認を。邪魔だ。次、すまない。
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。
No, I think for her it's better if she doesn't even move.
ありがとう。はい、これで大
Shield
丈
up.
夫。
次は私の番。
Hey, thank God she still has an empty spot in here.
いいですよ。
心配いりません。お任せを。仰せのままに。
何でも言って。オッケー。ありがとう。
しっかり食事をとってい
Okay,
れ
now
ば
he's stunned
多
as
少
well.
の怪我は何ということもない。
腹が減っては戦はできぬ。
感謝します。
We're on this side.
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。
Okay, cool. This one hits the spider as
う
well.
まく狙いを定めて。私の魔術すごいでしょ。大丈夫。私がいるから。はい、これで大丈夫。
We should be fine. He should not hit Nidia.
次は私の番。みんな元気出して。
すまない。
何でも言って。
感謝します。
なめるなよ。
しっかり食事をとっていれば多少の怪我は何ということもない。
Invulnerability. Oh, it must have hit an HP threshold. How about this? That's the shield right here. My mouth is so refreshed. Though it's not the right one, it seems to have restored some of his sanity. Seems to be remembering those memories. Everyone, keep it up.
目標の確認を。
Invincible for an entire turn, though. Cannot be dispelled.
了解。心配いりません。お任せを。
So let's get rid of these little pests
やらなくて
first.
はならない。
大丈夫。私がいるから。はい、これで大丈夫。そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。
次は私の番。それ。ありがとう。
心配いりません。お任せを。仰せのままに。
何でも言って。なめるなよ。
しっかり食事をとっていれば多少の怪我は何と
No, we
いう
have
こと
two
もない。
pots already. We should be able to just attack. Even though the damage leaves a little bit to be desired.
目標の確認を。死ぬのに。
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。はっ、大丈夫。私がい
Again,
るから。
everyone near Fallen.
はい、これで大丈夫。
ありがとう。何でも言って。
This might be bad. Actually locked us down.
ご飯だよ。
しっかり食事をとっていれば多少の怪我は何ということもない。
suppose he can't be stunned.
目標の確認を。死ぬのに。
次は私の番。
Well, she can move at least. But there's no good targets around her.
了解。
心配いりません。お任せを。仰せのままに。
そこどいて。
And they're getting
私
these
がまとめ
spells.
て片付けてあげる。
Oh well, they're getting cleared. That's something.
大丈夫。私がいるから。
Please tell me Coco can tank
次
this.
は私の番。
Okay, she just lost the shield. That's nice.
ありがとう。
感謝します。仰せのままに。
何でも言って。くらえ。
しっかり食事をとっていれば多少の怪我は何ということもない。ありがとう。
させない。
目標の確認を。
We may be a bit far, but it shouldn't be that big a deal.
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。
Did you really just...
目標の確認を。
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付
目標の
けてあげる。
確認を。
The trap... The trap is right there. You can see the trap. Why can't you just walk down here? There is no difference. Sometimes the pathing, honestly, just a little bit unnerving.
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。
Okay, still castable on the big ship.
うまく狙いを定めて。
大丈夫。私がいるから。
Bring everyone close to Neva.
これで大丈夫。
Spaghetti code. I don't think it's necessarily spaghetti code, it's just that I think has a little bit of a preferential
次は
system.
私の番。
And when that preferential system doesn't go the way you want it to, it can be a little bit annoying. Like, in an ideal world, you should be able to choose each and every step that you want your character to take. Hotpot? What if it burns him and he goes berserk like Undyne did? Don't worry, it's been cooled down to the perfect temperature for eating. And down the gullet it goes. The aroma of scorpion meat. We're getting closer to the right answer. Everyone, hang in there.
感謝します。
But once again, we are all paralyzed.
ご指示をお待ちしております。
何でも言って。了
And
解
he's damaging
しっか
Mule.
り食事をとっていれば多少の怪我は何ということもない。
目標の確認を。了解。
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。
大丈夫。私がいるから。
ありがとう。
心配いりません。お任せを。
Oh, she doesn't even reach.
そこまでです。
何でも言って。ご飯だよ。
すまない。
しっかり食事
Set
をとっ
up
ていれ
some
ば
auto
多
clears
少の
for
怪
later.
我は何ということもない。
目標の確認を。死ぬのに。
次は私の番。怒ったよ。
ありがとう。
そこどいて。私がまとめて片付けてあげる。
We should be close.
うまく狙いを定めて。
This is not it, but almost.
大丈夫。私がいるから。
There we go. Perfect timing. Now it's my turn. Remember the puru pudding we made together? Puru, a monster I've never tasted before. I wonder how it tastes. Now is not the time to worry about that. And he should be finally back. Did it work?
この味おいしい。みんな一緒の楽しい思い出。
I like that they went with a fairly large cast for the event as well. They didn't hold back.
頭が痛い。思い出した。あの子を笑顔にできなかった。私のせいだ。もっと美味しいケーキを作れればよかったのに。そうだ、レシピ。もっと美味しいレシピを。そう
じゃない。
エリン？
あなたの中で一番美味しい料理って特別豪華なものじゃないよね。みんなと一緒に仲良く食べた楽しい思い出がいっぱい詰まった食べ物だよね。あの女の子にとっても同じだよ。あの子が本当に欲しかったのは再会した家族みんなで分け合って食べるケーキなの。だからあなたが作ったのが美味しくないってことじゃないよ。あの子の心の中の家族との思い出に取って代わることはできないから。だからもうレシピにはこだわらないで。
ファリンさん。
そう、あなたが本当に望んだのはレシピなんかじゃない。ダンジョンがあなたの執念を歪めてしまったんだよ。思い出して、あなたが心の底から渇望していたものを。
心の底から渇望していたもの。
Remember why you create food. What matters isn't just the food itself, but the people who you share it with. Remember the laughter around the campfire. Turns out that the DUNMESHI collab isn't even about the DUNMESHI characters themselves. But yeah, for an excuse to hold a collab, this was a pretty fun story.
ああ、レストランが開業したあの日、友達が手伝いに来たんだ。お客さんが美味しい料理を食べて、みんな
But
笑っ
this
ていた。
being just the cook's memories, I'm afraid the cook won't really stay here in order to reopen the restaurant again.
そう。一番美味しいレシピなんて私には必要なかった。ただみんなの笑顔が見たかっただけ。それだけなんだ。なのに私は一体何をしてしまったんだ。許してください。私はあなた方を無理やり引き止めるべきではなかったのに。
He can just do that.
こ
れだ、この扉。そうだよ。あの時この奇妙な扉を通ってここへ来たんだ。
助かった。もう帰れないかと思ったぜ。
申し訳ございません。料理への妄執であなた方を巻き込んでしまいました。この扉から元の世界に帰れるはずです。さあ皆さんお帰りください。
団長、おじさんなんだか辛そうだね。
気にすることはない。今回のダンジョンの探検で新しいレシピをたくさん手に入れたのだからな。
うん、私も新しい料理をいっぱい覚えたからみんなに食べさせてあげられる。だいぶみんなに心配かけちゃったけどね。大丈夫大丈夫。今回の冒険では美味しい料理が食べられたし。
They said the thing. Roll credits moment.
それに新しい友達ができたからね。ファリン、マルシル。
Seems everyone gained something from this journey.
そうだ団長、楽園でパーティーを開くのはどう？戦火に焼かれたレストランはもう戻らないけど、楽園を飾り付けたりしてさ。
Can we even bring the cook into Elysium?
みんなで一緒にごちそうを食べて笑っていればおじさんの願いも叶うでしょ。
I don't think we've ever tried with an NPC.
新しい友達の歓迎会にもなるし、どう？
本当にいいんですか？皆さんまだ私の料理を食べてくれるんですか
Yes, that's a wonderful idea.
あのプルプルプリンって料理作ってもらえるかな？
おいおい、すっかりここの魔物に惚れ込んでるじゃねえか。
パーティーか。面白そう。参加したい。
私はいろんないけど。
なんで俺を見るんだよ。ああ、帰る方法が分かった以上、もう少しここにとどまっても問題ないんじゃねえの？
一人で先に帰りたいっていうのならまあ仕方ない。
バカ言うな。ダンジョンは罠だらけだ。俺が抜けてから道に迷ったらどうすんだよ。
That sounds more like an excuse than anything else. Especially considering that this guy can apparently just open the door back to the real world. And Elysium is basically as safe a place as they come.
そうだよな。聞いただけで美味しそうだもんな。
それじゃあ決まり。私たちもパーティーに参加しよ
う。皆さん、私はどうやって感謝したらよいのか分かりません。ダンジョン内の食材はどうぞご自由にお取りください。全力を尽くして皆さんに一番おいしい料理を作りましょう。
Ingredients that we're going to have to spend quite a little bit of stamina to go farming. Oh wait, we still have one more? Reach the designated area. Oh, that's cute. That's a frost puru as well. Not to mention, we're back home with Faisal, Revia, the cook is in here. And of course, we have to have SP Nanna. Simona here is a little bit of a surprise, but I guess she's here for Nidia. Everyone, what happened? Didn't you say you were hungry? Don't be shy, dig in. What's floating in this bowl looks strange. It smells good though, but someone is not convinced. We're out of right beer, I'll go get some more, enjoy your meal. And someone is trying to scatter away so she doesn't have to eat monsters. The boss left, have another bowl, you hungry? Don't rush, there's Simona's dessert, this one is yours. This is mine too. Jesus. I didn't really take Nidia for a glutton. I'm helping in distributing snacks. Captain, would you like some? Your Highness, you're too enthusiastic. You could have left this to me. Fine, always wanted to do it. Freeze, frost plume. Over a couple of sweets. And they're off as well. And finally, sure we can think of something. Absolutely not. Lio's probably just saying that he wants to take the Puru Puru home as a pet. Don't these things require look sites to survive though? Not sure if they can take him home. Could I? This is our carefully captured and raised Puru Puru. You've even given it a name? No way, let's not even talk about whether it's poisonous. What will you feed it? What if it affects the dungeon's ecosystem? You have a point. Sorry, Purumaru. You better stay here and live your life. We'll come visit you all again if we get the chance. And once again, fingers crossed, this chance can actually happen next year. Purumaru and I will be waiting for you. It's about time. I'm truly happy I could prepare the final feast for everyone. Thank you, leader of the Sword of Convallaria. Power of determination is weakening. In a few days, I, along with this dungeon, will disappear. But no matter where I am, I will bless you all from the bottom of my heart. For you and for this peaceful world. And completed 17 out of 17. Plus for the dungeon guide, and I guess there's an extra objective in interval 5. Oh wait, we haven't played the intervals. Intervals should be here in the challenge stages. There's quite a few of them too. Break the army crab shells for ingredients. Now the big question. Is this going to affect or take into account the stats and the extra buffs that we get from food? Because if it is, it might be a bit of a problem. Yeah, the shells get broken if you attack them from the high ground. Two out of 10. Okay, so this is more of a puzzle than anything else. Basic attack, range +1 before attacking, high ground advantage for 3 turns, but we already have the high ground advantage. Let's just save it for later.
了解。目標の確認を。
有利な場所を取りたいね。
Oh, cool, we get some help from Lily as well. Will this work though? Okay, still works, nice.
わかった。
目標の確認を。ああ。
有利な場所を取りたいね。
And okay, we're at 8 out of 16. She should be able to get some extra movement. Maybe not. I can still use the skill on her, right? That should still work. We break one like this. I do wonder about the follow-up attacks though. Because this is only single target.
邪魔だ。
有利な場所を取りたいね。当たれ。あ、私の番ね。
Oh, really? Yeah, this one is line. Should have attacked the other one.
有利な場所を取りたいね。当たれば助けるよ。あ、私の番ね。
There we go.
わかったわ。
If these are all on assist, I guess these are a little bit more of a puzzle than a proper stage as well.
ぼーっとしてんじゃないよ。
Knockbacks this time.
うせろ。ぼーっとしてんじゃないよ。いいよ。
陣形を乱すな。
Okay, 4000 HP on Leonide with the Radiant Guard passive, so he pushes at least one tile. No, he has to stand still, I guess. I don't know what's going to happen down here.
了解。
ぼーっとしてんじゃないよ。
Because Rivia pushes the barrel, kills everyone.
まあまあかな。
Oh, they get teleported.
俺に任せな。
ダメよ、ここは私が。
That's fine. An enemy within a cross-shaped range, charge 100% damage, knock back 1 tile. Hey there, hey Ivan, welcome, how are things going? So who do we push here? Alright, this one is ranged as well, goes on the first two. That was it. Alright, no, these guys charge. Love this game, watch a review about this game. Oh yeah, I started playing this like last year. I've completely fallen in love with this thing. I really liked Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. I really enjoyed Tactics Ogre, and a nice small tactics-based game is just right up my alley. Here's the thing, we have some other units moving, or maybe not, because number 2, 3 and 4 are all down here. But we should try and create a chain explosion, which I'm not sure if we can do. If I push these down here, I'm just going to stun. Sadly, Leonite does not cause shockwaves after pushing someone. Right now my team is Felin, Marcil, Coco, Homa and Estra. Ooh, nice, so you've got both some decent AoE with Marcil and some decent single target with Estra. With the Homa buff too, that's nice. And here's our chain explosion. I'm afraid this was too slow though. There was probably a better way to do this. Okay, 800. I don't really want to burn 120, but let's try a few more of these. Always on assist, because on 3 it's just going to be a lot easier. This should still be fairly low level. On 3 I can just bring home my level 60 units. Okay, she's doing nothing. We have SP Samantha down in here as well, but no skills, sadly. And this one cannot reach Tristan. Yeah, screw it, I don't want to pick up the tarot right now. It's pretty obvious that I don't have Tristan, isn't it? Okay, what are these tiles? Apparently nothing. Looks like it's just a little goal for the priests. Okay, that's better. They actually just get stunned.
あいつをやればいいんだな。
Shot and no
こ
restraints.
れでも食らえ。
アイテム作戦は
Now we can give her assault order. Assault order.
お疲れ様。
一つ借りを作ったな。
お疲れ様。
一つ借りを作ったな。
Don't think the flag even does anything to us.
お前ら全員片付けてやるよ。
And she needs the target to
Ryokai da.
charge.
まばたきしないでね。
That's too bad, but that's also stage 2 done. On the free side, with our own units, we can just Unga Bunga this thing. Yeah, there's basically no changes. And we shouldn't need to move anything around.
いいな。誰を
もうすぐ
やればいい？
任務が始まる。
私が必要かい？いいだろう。
今度こそ共に
お
戦い
力に
ましょう。
なれて光栄です。
That should be more than fine.
心配いりません。お任
We
せを。
even get little helpers.
落ち着いてください。
ありがとう。
Okay, yeah, she can hit from behind.
そこまでです。
Oh, wait. 90,000 HP.
ありがとう。
Okay, no, I might need some of the buffs, the food buffs to deal with this.
みんなも一緒に前へ。
おっと、サンキュー。
みんなも一緒に前へ。心得ました。
あいつをやればいいんだな。こう。これでも食らえ。
Or maybe not.
終わらせてやる。いいぜ。
ターゲットを教えて。すぐ終わる。
You see, Astra just eats them up.
観念しな。潰れろ。
Little bit insane of a unit. What's left? Oh, that guy up there is left.
おっと、サンキュー。潰れろ。
And goodbye.
皆が無事に帰ってこられるのはあなたの指揮のおかげです。
Okay, these seem fairly easy going down. Again, it's 80 look sites each, but I also need my... I need to try and not waste look sites, because we've got Samantha coming out next week. And we got our extra flows in here as well. With the new mats. How bad is this? Okay. It's actually quite small.
いいな。誰をやればいい？私が必要かい？いいだろう。
もうすぐ任務が始まる。
So I think we should be fine like this.
今度こそ共に戦いましょう。
We can probably go all single target. I'll leave some buffs home.
分かったわ。
We just bring her in case.
相手の作戦はほう感謝するぜ。
Thank you.
みんなも一緒に前へ。ほう感謝する
But I
ぜ。
think these stats got reset, so
次あいつをやればいいんだね。これでも食らえ。片付いたぜ。ターゲット
oh yeah, easy 200k damage.
出番かもろいね。
相手の作戦はほう感謝する
I
ぜ。
think it's a good team for you started 1 month ago. I don't think you should be worrying about like team building, especially if you're a fresh player.
あいつをやればいいんだ。
Like slot team, whatever are the best characters you can have.
終わらせてやる。やるじゃないか。俺はちょっと疲れた。家に帰っていい
Because a lot of it usually depends on which enemies that you have to face as well. Like if there's not enough enemies, bringing an AoE damage dealing unit like Marseille, not really all that useful. So if you have a second single target damage dealer, things are going to be a little bit more smoothly.
ほう感謝するぜ。
Thank you.
みんなも一緒に前へ。ほう感謝するぜ。次あいつをやればいいんだよ。これでも食らえ。片付いたぜ。ターゲットを教えて。
出番かもろいね。
相手の作
Now,
戦
we
は
would have done with the food buffs that made it so the numbers mean nothing.
ありがとう。隙あり。このまま行きます。あいつをやればいいんだな。ターゲットを教えて。
出番か
相手の作戦はありがとう。お疲れ様。ありがとう。私に続け。ほう
Come on, it's just one left.
終わらせてやる。
There we go.
みんなの努力が報われてよかった。緊張していたように見えた。
Not to mention, even if you just started a month ago, there's still a lot of lower rarity units that can actually help a lot in progression. Especially when it comes to stuff like the weapon farming stages.
相手の作戦は
There's one little green tank, the Papal Guard,
みんなも
that is basically mandatory for one of them.
次あいつをやればいいんだな。これでも食らえ。片付いたぜ。ターゲット
出番か潰れろもろいね。あったまるね。
相手の作戦はありがとう。私に続け。隙あり。このまま行きます。終わらせましょう。この平和な世界のために。あいつをやればいいんだな。ターゲットを教えて。
出番か
ありがとう。
もろいね。
Okay, and strangely enough, we are not really seeing any resistance from the second floor here. Let's see if I can get some extra stamina from the homepage. Otherwise, this stuff is likely going to have to wait for tomorrow. Apparently not. That's too bad. But yeah, there's the other 20 senshi. Memory shards. The rest are from the later interval. And I don't really feel like spending any more look side because again 60 and between the rest of this event plus whatever else I can get from the Spiral of Destinies, I should be able to get back into the 100-ish pools by the time Samantha comes out. Okay, let's see what we've been missing. For being Scorpion, this actually looks quite good. And there's our tier 2. Oh, this is for level 3 for the Arbor. And this is level 4 for the Forest. But again, sadly, I'm a little bit stamina locked. So I think I'm going to have to call it here. Still, very cute event. And I'm glad I could finally get by and finish this. And honestly, for just 2 hours, especially considering that the first part was like 40 minutes tops, they could have released this all in one go. Probably would have been for the better. Still, thanks a lot for coming by and playing through the story with me, and see you guys around soon. Have a nice night. Ciao.